Hi, my name is Tanisha Carter Nyaku, and today we're going to talk about raising children. One of my children is coming in right now. Come in, Truth. Here's one of them. You know, I'm not finished yet. He's only 15, and I'm still not finished yet. I look good for my age because the oldest will be 29, and I'm not finished yet. On this segment, I would like to talk about how hard it is to raise children in relationships. I would also like to talk about being in a relationship where you don't have the same give and take. So you're taking care of the majority of responsibilities in the household as a mother with one child, two children, three children, four children. It becomes hard and it feels like a burden on top of you. So let me tell you a little bit about my situation. When I first started out, I was young. I got married early. The man I married, he wanted 10 children. Okay. But for whatever reason, he didn't want to help with children. I don't know if he thought that a woman is just supposed to have children and they're not supposed to do anything, but he was not very helpful in managing children. So that in itself puts a strain on the relationship and the family and the children. But it puts a strain on the woman because we already lack in time for ourselves. But when you add all these other things, it becomes extremely, extremely hard. And I know a lot of ladies out there can relate to what I'm saying. So when I had children, he didn't really want to help at all. I'll go back to that point. He didn't want to buy anything, didn't want to buy Pampers, didn't want to spend time with the kids, didn't want to take the kids places for the majority of the time that I was married to him. At first, when the children, I want to say the first child was young, he spent a little bit of time with her. But then when the second child came around, he spent a little bit of time with her. But when the third child came around, or when I was pregnant with the third child, he wanted to do absolutely nothing. Not absolutely nothing. And I don't want to badmouth anybody, so I don't want to continue on about what he did not do. But I'm going to tell you how that reflected on what I needed to do as a mother. So my choices and my parenting style became a little bit more difficult. It became harder because I was the only one. So there's a body in the house, things going on in the house, but I'm the only one dealing with the issues. The house is dirty. I'm the only one dealing with the issues. The children are misbehaving. I'm the only one dealing with the issues. So it becomes very stressful to have to endure it. And I know a lot of women don't want to talk about it, but it's something that we should talk about so other women do not fall prey and fall into the traps of the same cycle and the same situations. So I'm going to share. So I presented before in one of my other videos that I spent 23 years in marriage, 28 years in a relationship, 23 years of marriage. And it resulted in divorce. And I held on to something, a relationship that was not flourishing. It was not mine, and it did not benefit the family. Okay? So in our minds as women, we think we are doing the right thing to hold on to these men that are not doing for their family. But it is not a good thing. Okay? God does not like divorce. I'm gonna speak it from a biblical standpoint because I'm a very spiritual person. I'm gonna speak it from a spiritual standpoint because I'm a very spiritual person. So the true and living God that I serve does not like divorce. He does not like it. But in certain situations, he knows that it happens. Okay? because he expects us to be equally yoked. And what that means is that we should be connected in unity with each other. Okay, you cannot walk together with someone if you're not in agreement. It wouldn't happen. It's like a push and a pull. I'm going this way, you're going that way. I'm going this way, you're going that way. I'm going this way, and you're going that way. So the relationship in essence could never work because that is not your right partner. And we as women, because we have a heart, we want to hold on to something that we should have let go of long time ago. Women, I hope you're listening to me. Something that's in our life that we're holding on to that we think is sacred and we think it's going to help the children, help our relationship, but we know it's not a benefit. We were supposed to let go of it a long time ago. It's time for y'all to reflect. Time to look at yourselves, really. Just look at yourselves. See your situation. And sometimes we're just going to have to let those things to go. If we want to flourish into what we need to flourish and what we need to be, we have to let those things go. Our children don't reap the benefit of bad relationships because let me tell you something. Our children that we are raising are always watching. And for most young men, not all of them, but for most young men, they see their father and they reflect on themselves. So you might teach the child to do right. Okay? You're raising the child to do right every day. Son, that's not right. Do it this way. Son, that's not right. Do it this way. But as they see their father and as they're getting older, so they know right because you've taught them. But when they see their fathers doing wrong, sometimes they follow in the footsteps of their father because it's innately in them. They want to be as their father. They want to be strong as a man and be like their fathers. They have a desire or a passion to be like their fathers. So it's not always good to keep men who we know are not doing right or helping the family to flourish or helping us to grow inside of our family unit, to keep them there. We have to begin to let them go. And I know I'm speaking to some married women. Married women, you should be praying on it. If you don't know you should be, I'm telling you, you should be praying on it because sometimes it's just prayer that can change your situations. In the event that they're committing adultery and doing all these other things, committing adultery is cheating. So if they're cheating on you, you don't have to be bound to that relationship. If they're abusing you, you don't have to be bound by that relationship. Abuse can be name calling. You don't have to be in that relationship. But if you desire that relationship, you pray about that relationship and God will direct you. That's from a spiritual standpoint. From a physical standpoint, if you know that someone is not treating you right and they could harm you, it's in your best interest to let them go so you can flourish. It's like a plant. If you don't prune the plant, it will not grow right. So we need pruning as well. We need to take time for ourselves as well. We have to be groomed as well. And that's the only way that we flourish. Okay? So in saying that, I'm hoping that I'm presenting this right to you ladies. And if you have any questions, you can send me a message and I will be glad to answer it. But I want all of you to flourish because you're not finished yet. None of us are finished yet. We're not finished until we're gone. So as long as we're still here and we have breath in our bodies, we can change situations in our life. We can change the outcome of the situation in our life. We can do better. So our children can do better. Our generations can do better. Our heritage, our lineage can thrive. Okay? So you're not finished yet. Be blessed.